we become obligated to each one teach. That's the law of the land. So I already showed them January 6, 2000, we sent a shaman that looked like the Pale Man to seize back the Nancy Pelosi by staking the land flag behind the Admiralty flag to switch the jurisdiction. Right? So it's available on my. I also showed them where the continuity of government is currently taking place. This is where the borders is closed. It's all of the countries, major countries, they borders closed because they in governmental transition. Right? So the children then rose up and evicted the ones that don't belong here. They've been served. Now we just got to get the people, the clans people, the grassroots to understand what's taking place on the land. And that's where me and your job, right? I'm speaking now to you as if I was Larry Hoover, and you speaking to me right now as if you was Malachi Z. York. They call it in proxy in the public domain. This is our culture. This is our culture. The chiefs got to shit in the open in front of the tribes. Right? So my chief Hoover, your chief is Chief Black Eagle, and you Chief Black Hawk, so you become his representative in the bird clans. We all know that the bird clans is the clans or Tahuti. We start unraveling the mystery in front of the people. Let them see it. Drag the conspirators out into the public domain and let all of them tribes see we won. They don't even know we won. They walk down with their head down. They disappointed in life. They disgruntled. They fighting each other like dogs with rabies. All this shit. But they don't even know they won. Right? So what you seen on the video yesterday was the brothers checked out everything I said. And then we went over what he discovered. From your view, in retrospect to looking at the video, what did you see?
Well, right, I saw that it's a lot of information that was already out, that was already right there. It just took somebody to come out publicly and let it be known. And I see now, like all the stuff you were saying, it's like I already was on the track of it. I was on right track. I got different. I've been ordering different books to verify what I said about the King George connection. About we was already over here first. The 17, yeah, that right. The Empire, right. I also got a book that's gonna be here tomorrow called Black Indians in America. The indigenous, yeah, okay. So I was already on them. I was already on them and saying that, man, this is the biggest lie. I mean, it's like they lied about everything and made everybody white. With the Horace Greeley connection. Horace Greeley was the one that was doing the New York Tribune to cut off all the information and make everybody white and change us to black from indigenous people. They were just lying, man. It's so many lies to dig through. You can get exhausted, man. When as you go to digging, you can get exhausted and say, "Oh shit!" It's just man. Every angle you turn, you can get exhausted, man, because there's so many lies. And we were indigenous to the whole planet, but America, we was also indigenous. And that slave trade, the roots and all that was a lie. It's a lie, man. We was already over here. They was the one that was brought over.
There was something we didn't notice about roots. I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to mention this because you brought it. Roots.
Hey, you might have to get in a better area because it's chopping you up a little bit. So if you got a better area, because it's saying your bandwidth is low and it's chopping you up, but we can hear what you're saying, but it's like it's cutting out every now and then. Yeah, that's better right there.
Hold on. I might have to go out and come back in because.
All right. Yeah,
okay, I got you. All right, so Roots. The story of Roots, if you remember when they brought Kuta Kinte, do you remember what Fiddler called him? He said, "This here is a Guinea nigga."
Yeah.
He said, "They brought this nigga from Africa. We don't know nothing about no Africans."
Wow.
We ain't catch that. We slept on that. Look, Phyllis say, look, this here is a guinea nigga. He come all the way from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he say, we don't know nothing about no Africans. Why in the fuck is that in there?
Right. Right.
Another point in the Roots movie that we not noticing, Chicken George.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken fighting is native over here.
It's right. That's
We
right.
used to solve whole tribal wars with a chicken fight.
Wow. Wow. That's deep, man. Yeah, you hit me. You hit me upside the head, man. This heavy right here.
So now when we looking at Roots, we can see it with a different lens. That's the narrative they was pushing. That's not the story.
That's right.
When you look in the story, you can see the culture leaking.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the
Mm-hmm.
plantations, they said that every plantation had something called a big house, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That used to be Big Mama house till they erased her name.
That's
The
right.
subjugation of the divine feminine. It went from Big Mama house to the big house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It went
Mm-hmm.
from a planetarium where we looked at the stars at night to a plantation.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Big Mama used to send Big Papa out with the boys at night to tell them how to read the stars. We don't remember that shit. That's our
Mm-hmm.
culture.
Mm-hmm.
Once you can read the stars, you don't need no books. The only reason we need books is because we've been conditioned that if it ain't in the book, it ain't right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So you want to hide it from a nigga, put it in the book, because that's where they keep all their secrets. Right? And the bigger the book, the more secrets is buried in them pages.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? And we don't know nothing about what they call knowledge classification, the pricing of books. The classification of knowledge, how valuable is it, is predicated upon how a physics book costs way more than a self-help book.
That's right. That's right.
And the question is why? Quality of information. Right?
Uh-huh.
So now we on the land, we seeing what's going on and we feel uncomfortable because we don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
In our quest for understanding the oppressors, the colonizers, the settlers, the conquistadors, the Tudor royal family of Europe that came over here to find a home, them and little kids, they ain't supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So they came over here fucking with Tahuti kids because they figured that as long as Tahuti ain't here, they can have their way with them.
Mm-hmm.
And we was hard to handle from day one. Every time they tried to oppress us, we naturally adapt and overcome their oppression. Right? So the harder they oppressed us, the earlier we started having babies. Why? Because they was on a genocidal plot. How do you fight genocide? Right? You fight genocide by propagation, procreation, rapid childbirth at early ages. That's the only way to defeat genocide.
Yeah, my grandmother had 21 kids. My granddad's mom, they had 21. He got 20 brothers and sisters.
Right. Now watch
the
this.
Washingtons. Mm-hmm.
Remember, we baby kids. We don't die, we multiply.
That's right. That's right.
Who the fuck is baby?
Right?
Baby, that's Big Mama nickname. That's what Big Papa called him. Bay. Come here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. This is good shit. This is
good shit. Come tell us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big Mama kids. We don't die, we multiply. Every time you think you got one of us got away.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the COINTELPRO program had 400 leaders in the Chicago area alone scheduled for neutralization by the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
That's just Chicago. That's not counting Los Angeles. That's not counting New Orleans. That's not counting New York. That's just Chicago. That's not counting Detroit, Atlanta, Miami. Right? It's not counting that. Right? So now we got to get the message to the people where to look to verify that they gave it all back. The understanding that they gave it all back is the straw to break the camel's back. All we have to do is become aware. The awareness unlocks the or activates the public notice. So each one teach one. We all got to read some, right? And if you need the reference, we can tell you where to look. Now, the brother I did that video with, about an hour and a half after I did that video, probably not even that long, he messaged me and asked me to take it down. I can't take it down because it's all true.
Yeah, I think he was scared because he said because they know you putting out a certain level of information, and he think that he might come on the attack because he connected with you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what it is. I do know this. I know that ain't nobody gonna fuck with him.
Yeah.
But I also know that if the people don't know what's going on the land, these caricatures on TV is gonna follow the dog and pony show all the way to the bitter end.
That's fire, man. Hey, let me ask you this. Because I heard you say on there the connection, but I heard you on another tape because I've been watching out trying to catch up on all your tapes. You was talking about the Ivory Coast and how that wasn't a slave area. That was like a area for warriors to go underground. And I was like, man, that make a lot of sense based on what I already researched. With the slave trade being pretty much a lie. They didn't bring that many people over here on no damn ships. It was 500 million people over here prior to them even coming over here when they did the when they made the connection with Monta Oka, who was Pocahontas, right? Where they tried to get John Smith or John Rolfe to marry her. And then once they that's how they started trying to intertwine and mix in with us. And then they took Pocahontas back overseas and threw in Graceland, England, and threw her overboard and brought their child Thomas Rolfe back. And then they started incorporating. That's like in the 1600s. So it's a whole big game that they play about how they're trying to incorporate it into us and mix their bloodline with us so they can give these people the rights. All the light-skinned Indians and the Indians that's mixed with Hoshin from the West Coast, like the Hopi, Navajo, they all mixed. All the people that got the reservations are mixed Indians, and they tried to wipe us the black original. Go ahead.
I told you where they came from, didn't I?
Go ahead.
Okay, look. When you look at world history, you got to follow the wars of the Romans. The Romans took as POWs Huns from their wars with the Huns. They took Mongols from their wars with the Mongols. Then they took Hindus from their wars in the Indus Valley. Now, this was a permanent slave class in Europe, right? When they came over here, the books say they brought servants and slaves and indentures. When they got over here, we was fighting in Seminole Wars. Whole tribes was uprooted and left their communities to come fight the wars. Dropping off our children and our wives at Big Mama houses, what they call plantation houses now, to go fight in the wars. When we get down there to fight in the wars, they come and they settle the Louisiana Purchase, where the French sold the protectorate agreement to the English. Right now, these was corporations at the time. What we know as the United States Corporation used to be the Northwest Trading Company and the Virginia Company until they merged. The same with Halliburton. When Halliburton went in the Middle East, Dick Cheney was on the board of Halliburton, and they set up an interim government under Mohammed Karzai. That's what they did over here. Right? So Albert Pike had images of him drawn with no beard. That's George Washington.
Yeah. Oh shit. Say, okay, go ahead.
Right. So when they supplanted and undermined the Iroquois Confederate, they called us the Confederates of the South. I keep that in mind. Civil War time. As the Confederates of the South, they replaced our leadership with their leadership. Abraham Lincoln and George Washington was melanated. George Washington was a Washita.
That's right.
He was from the islands, from
Barbados.
But they tell us he was born in Virginia. That's bullshit. but we don't know the story, so we can't never unravel the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what they did is they, through an act of their Congress, created something called the Dawes Rolls to register the servants that they brought over here.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got y'all thinking we lived in teepees. Them was our tents that we went camping with, because the men obligated to take the boys and learn to live on the fat of the land.
Yeah, that's right.
We had castles all over this motherfucker, and they still there. Most of them they turned into prisons and state buildings.
That's right.
Them was our houses.
That's why they look like that. That's why some of them old, because if you study the like Timbuktu and the building structures of the geological area and the building structures, then you go over here and study the original Masonic Lodge in Philadelphia and how it's built like a castle. And then some of the prisons are built that same way. And I was wondering, like, damn, why would they build? And now, oh shit, bro, you cracking my head. Go ahead. Oh,
right, because we didn't have prisons before they came.
Wow.
Was no need for us to have prisons because we was a righteous people.
Man.
So they came over here and indoctrinated us with dogma so that we would forego our moral character and nature that's natural to us.
This shit crazy, right? Man.
So they took on the Trail of Tears, they marched all of the Dawes Rolls $5 Indians right past us.
Mm-hmm.
While we was going, right, now look at the direction they was going. They was going from southeast United States into the central Indian territories, where today you would call it like Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, the Great Plains states, right? So while they marching the $5 Indians up there, we going to fight in Florida, where the war at.
Oh shit, this getting deep.
Now, once we done left our castles, now they can say under the protectorate agreement, the land is abandoned, and they have a right to squat on the land until the rightful heirs to the land return.
Whoa, man! This shit. Go ahead, cause you making a lot of connections for me, man. Cause I was already on them. I was on them, boy. And you making it's a lot of little pieces that I needed that you giving me right now to really go and put this together, man. Go ahead. Ooh,
okay, now, say it as simple as possible for those settlers and colonizers on the land. Bitch, we back.
Yeah, that's right. It ain't the beginning you want to worry about. It's the end now.
We passed the end. The people just don't know it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So now what we had to do, this is your job. Find the flag video from Malachi, post it on your page. And then review with the people. Let them ask you any question they want to. But review the Indigenous Rights Act of the United Nations and the Indigenous Rights Act of the United States, continuity of government, and then you can clearly show exactly what's going on. This shit over with. Ain't no more United States corporate fiction on our land. The only thing left is the remnant. Right? They always leave a remnant behind to try to delay the new system from overthrowing the old system. This ain't new to us. We used to this shit. And the only reason they called me for, because see, I'm not no regular motherfucker. I ain't just born. They gotta conjure me up. Right? So you can blame Baba, you can blame Farrakhan, you can blame Clarence 13X, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, W.E.B. Du Bois, Prince, blame them motherfuckers for bringing me here. And blame my mom and my daddy for bringing me. They was all in on the contract to restore the land. So I'm just bringing it all to y'all so people can see this shit a wrap.
It's over with, bro. It's over. It's too much. This is like this right here. Like I said, man, it's a the lies. It's so many lies that they had to take them a long. like do my research on studying everything you've been saying. It took them a long time to do this. It ain't just happened overnight like everybody think. It took them a long time. Like, and I think they had to have help from us, some of our morons or whoever, like the bad guys amongst our clan, to help them, because they wasn't this intelligent to put this thing together like this, to hide all that truth.
No, yeah, they was. Don't believe that.
Go ahead.
They was highly intelligent. They are the Anunnaki children of Enlil are very intelligent, or else this shit wouldn't have worked this long.
You're right.
The only difference is we don't know the rules that they playing by, and they playing specifically by the rules, except they cheated. They were never supposed to murder the chiefs on the land to stop us from reclaiming the land, and that's how they stopped us this long. Murder. They use murder as a strategic weapon. Right? And they already came with the deception. The first thing they did was gave us the Bible.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
So that's why Bible gave me 3 degrees: the degree of Christism, degree of Mohammedism, and the degree of Mosesism. All that shit Catholic, all that shit come out of Rome, out of the Catholic Church, to trace back to Babylon, Babylonian blood magic and money magic. And as long as the people not aware, it's effective. But as soon as they become aware, it breaks the chain. Right? So what's our job? Breaking the chains of psychological slavery. Right? Naim Akbar. And what are these chains on? Our brain. Miseducation of the Negro. Carter G. Woodson. Right? And what's the side effect? A warring soul. W.E.B. Du Bois. Souls of black folks. All of them gave me a piece. Right? So what did they do? Destruction of black civilization. What the fuck is a black civilization? It's a chess turn. They the ones on defense. The ones